So now that you've seen Xochimilco, we want to take you to another neighborhood in Oaxaca. This one is called
Jalatlaco. I was so close, really.
You were a lot closer. So we just wanted to show you where it is in reference to Xochimilco. As you can see, this is the colorful street where we started our Xochimilco video. Oh my god, look at this guy.
Got it figured out.
Quite the shade. To get to Jalatlaco, you just go straight from here. You'll see there's a park up here. We'll take you to that, and then you keep heading east.
They just make regular stuff into such cute stuff. Who needs an ozone layer when you got a 10-foot umbrella?
So this is the first park that you'll see on the walk to Jalatlaco. It's really nice. We come here and just hang out in the afternoons, bring a book, read. They have benches everywhere. Right over here, that's a squirrel feeder. So they put out mango every morning, and you can watch the black squirrels come down and just like mow on this mango. It's also a really cool place to come because you kind of like see how the Mexicans spend their days. They come here, they relax, they kiss a lot. They're actually very affectionate.
Another thing I feel like I noticed, unlike a lot of other places we go, is nobody's on their phones. Like people are just, they're sitting there reading or talking or just taking in the nature.
Parks are so nice to come to because you see people's interactions and just get a little insight into their everyday lives. Something else we have to point out is Jalatlaco is actually, like, you would think that it would start with an H, right? But because it's Spanish, it starts with a J. So if you're wondering, like, you're typing in Google, like, where's Jalatlaco? It's actually with a J, and Adam gets so confused.
Funny story, I was looking for Jalatlaco, and I was asking locals, like, do you know where Jalatlaco is? Jalatlaco. And it took about 6 people getting together to figure out I meant to say Jalatlaco, and they were like, oh, see! It was like 1 block away, but even one letter, one mispronounced thing, and it just doesn't make any sense at all.
Jalatlaco.
Jalatlaco. What's that sound?
There's the gas man. This place doesn't have a line right now because it's not like peak lunchtime, but they always have a line, and they have such great sandwiches.
And they're only like
Tortas.
$1.50. Muchas gracias.
Let's just take a moment and appreciate Mother Nature. Holy crap, look how vibrant this tree is. Stunning. So from the last park, we're just heading straight. This is also an amazing Moroccan restaurant. And then straight in front of us, this is El Llano, which is also called Parque Juarez. And this park is bigger than the last one. It's a nice place to come on a walk at night. There's a ton of vendors and everyone's working out. It's really pretty, and it's just like far enough on the outskirts of the central area that you don't see a lot of people here. So it's a great place to come and relax. Just a little fun fact, in Mexico, XOXOs are like our 7-Elevens.
What in the hell kind of store is this? Store of nightmares.
This is the east side of the park, and if you follow the road straight, it'll lead you right into the Barrio of Jalatlaco. This is where it starts.
This neighborhood is like one of the chillest neighborhoods in all of Oaxaca City. You wouldn't even know you were in the city if you didn't get there, like around the corner from it.
Even though it's just like a 10-minute walk from Santo Domingo, this area is so much less frequented by travelers. I guess it's just not really on the map for a lot of people, but luckily we found it and we absolutely love it.
There's so much art here. It's on every wall. The streets are narrow. I don't think you'd guess from the sound of cars driving by right now, but typically there are like no cars, there's no traffic. The buildings are over 100 years old here, so they can't put garages on them, so it really keeps people from having so many cars around here. And it's so tiny you can walk everywhere and it's just beautiful wherever you turn.
Yeah, there's murals, there's color, people just like relaxing and enjoying themselves. There's cafes.
A ton of cafes.
Cute little stores. This one's called Mi Tiendita, the little tienda. There's a bread store, and this is one of the coolest streets down here too, with all the street art. So another reason this area isn't frequented by a lot of tourists is because they don't have a lot of hotels over here. It's more so a residential area than like in central Oaxaca and even in Xochimilco.
Look at these streets, cobblestones, hundreds of years old. Awesome.
And you can really see how old these buildings are. I mean, this wall, there's brick, there's dirt, like this over here. This looks like, yeah, clay. It's all kind of pieced together.
Look at how unique this is. Like, you turn your door into this giant piece of art. It's beautiful. Another thing I love about Oaxaca is they have Braille street signs. I mean, where else in the world do they have Braille street signs? Crazy.
We've learned so much since we've been making these videos, and probably the number one thing is you have to eat before you make anything, or else I get testy, he gets testy, we get in a fight, and it's just not worth it. So we were getting to that point, we were getting low, so we're gonna head to a restaurant and get some food. Stay tuned.
My favorite time of the day, food time!
Alright, hope you're hungry. Let's go. I wonder if that is actually in Zapotec and Mixtec.
Hola.
This is a pretty popular appetizer here in Oaxaca. It's quesillo, which is that string cheese, and it's wrapped in herba santa, which is a herb that's indigenous to this region. So let's see how it tastes.
Let's spice that up. What's life without some spice? It's like the string cheese that we get at home, but like tastes so much fresher. And the way that the herba santa wraps it, like it just complements each other so well. So Heidi just got the arrachera, or the grilled steak. It looks delicious with those fresh veggies. So good. And I got the barbecue beef tacos, which look incredible as well.
So we've been in Oaxaca for like 6 weeks, and I have yet to see something like this. Look at that!
Hey, it's a little pocket of tortillas.
Tortilla pouch.
Gotta get that fresh Mexico lime. Don't forget that spice. Oh, this is another thing we love in Mexico. They make this ground chili with oil that is just so delicious. I feel like at home we have salsa and we're like, ooh, salsa, and you go to the store and you hear that when you pop it open.
Tostitos.
Tostito salsa is like the salsa we know. Here they make this stuff, it's so fresh. The tomato flavor is like incredible. They put the chilies in there and it's just all roasted together in such a perfect way.
It's harmonious.
It's harmonious. Well said, Heidi Vic. Well said. Love you.
Love you.
We also learned recently that most eat tacos the wrong way. We try to put it into our mouth like this and it falls all over the place. In Mexico, you turn your head 45 degrees and then taco stays straight and you... Genius! Genius!
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Copyright here. How to eat a taco.
What's this?
Stay out of my food, girl. So something we've been finding in Mexico is that a lot of the times the food is better at less expensive restaurants. You know, we think, I feel like at home we just think that if it's more expensive it's going to be better, but truthfully we go to these fancy restaurants sometimes and either the food doesn't have the flavor or the service isn't quite what we are used to. And like here, we're just at like a little cafe we saw on the side of the road with a beautiful view of the city, and the food is phenomenal. In fact, it's so good I think I might have to do a food dance break. I love my barbacoa tacos.
Oh my god.
So something we do with our trips, I say we, I mean Heidi, she keeps track of all of our spending, so we keep our budget under control at $50 a day each. She has this great app called
Trail Wallet.
Trail Wallet, and it lets you enter in cost in either your home currency or the local currency, and along the way the little lady on it tells you stuff like, wow, you're spending a lot today, or great job, you're under budget. So it's just a good way to keep track of your expenses, because let's face it, when you're away and you're using different currency, it can be really easy to just get crazy and not even know. Just be like, well, yeah, I'll take it, because it kind of seems like, at least to me, like fake money sometimes. Like,
I mean, it's like plastic almost,
it's plastic
so it's
money
different.
anyway. It's bright colors like Monopoly money. So this is the way that we keep our, maybe you can see, breaks you down so you can actually see day by day what you're spending, or month by month. So far we spent $19.12 today. And it even does a little pie chart for you, so you can see like accommodation is blue, food is green, transportation, flights. Like, it's a really, really cool app.
We're on average $100.50 a day, which is exactly our budget. So
yeah, we're doing pretty good.
if Adam wants to eat tonight, he can't.
No más para mí. Lo siento.
You know, people always say like, let's move to Mexico. It's gotta be so affordable and so cheap. And in a sense, yes, it can be very affordable. But we just looked up earlier online. How much was it?
Even in this like little neighborhood here, just outside of the city, houses with 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms start at like 250,000 and go up to 1.5. It's a beautiful area, so I totally understand, and the access to the city is also really nice. But I think one of the things about this neighborhood right now that makes it so great is there are no hotels or Airbnbs, or there's very few. So that, in a sense, it makes it so local. Like, the people you see here are all locals. And I think that as people start to buy up that property, especially at those prices, you're gonna start to see a big change in the area and the people that are here, and you know, like the community that you have here right now. Like, you just see people talking to each other and hanging out and enjoying the art. It's just such an incredible place to visit. They just have so many cool old cars here, even with their flat tire. They got a rock wedge underneath it.
Back home, everyone's like, you have a cool car because it shows that you're successful, and like, it's your status symbol, right? Well, here everyone just has these little cars and they run, so why not use them? Like, they don't need to get a new car every year, the newest, you know, BMW.
And if you have a car, you're fortunate enough to have a car, so you might as well drive it and be proud to drive it.
And I'm sure people aren't like, oh, look at you in your shitty car. I remember when I was young and my dad had this little car that he would drive to work. It was very economical, like good on gas, but it was a beater, and I was so embarrassed when he would have to drop me off at gymnastics. I would make him take me to the back so no one would see me in this car. Like, how ridiculous. At 12 years old, I was worried about like being cool because I thought I wasn't cool. in this like crappy little car when
Yeah.
it's just a vessel to take you to point A to point B. Like, who cares what it is?
Get me where I need to go.
So one of the first days we were here in Oaxaca, I'm gonna take this down, no one's around, we did a street art tour by bicycle, and it took us through Jalatlaco, and this is where we met Bular, which is a street artist here. This is his work. It's amazing. He talked to us about his style and what these depict. So the story goes, back in the day, only the men were allowed to go to the bars, and the women were pissed. They're like, I want to have fun too. So this place here was the first established women's only bar. So the women got together, had drinks together, and had fun, which I absolutely love. So Bowler painted this mural to represent these women drinking together and having a good time.
And check it out, he even made these shirts and included some masks on them so it could be relevant to our time today. You can still have a good time, but be safe. At home, dogs have collars. Here, they wear vests. And they have water everywhere for the dogs. Very cool.
Look at this guy. He just wants pets. Yeah, you good boy.
This is always Mexico to me. They have like styrofoam in their bumpers. Maybe a coconut fell on the windshield. I don't know.
These things are really cool. So when they're having like parades and celebrations, they put these on their shoulders. You can see right here, those pads go on their shoulders, and they put fireworks on top of them, and
light that baby and let it go.
Yeah.
And it's a fiesta dance party with arriba!
the dogs are like scared. Yeah, he's local.
Switch. Switch.
Thank you. Muchas gracias.
No, a ti. Desde la guarida, Caliel y el rockero con flow, los superhéroes. La noche está pasando, prende el blon y el machineo, que aquí la gata baila hasta que para el perreo. Yo la veo, bien cool, y yo me feo, se lo lleva a su casa para bajar. La noche está pasando,
Anytime you need practice.
Practice your Spanish. Yeah?
See? Oh, oh yeah, the bubbles.
Yeah, the bubbles is perfect. The bubbles, las burbujas te dicen cuántos grados de alcohol tiene el mezcal. El alcohol percent.
Sí.
Pero mezcal.
Sí.
See the bubbles and talk you when percent alcohol have the mezcal. It's a magic.
It's magic.
Yeah, it's magic.
See, mezcal no make you drunk, it make you magic.
Sí, yeah. My family, my grandfather made mezcal 50 years ago.
no estás buscando un paro.
It's a devil.
Oh yeah.
It's a mask of the devil dance. Traditional mask in the coast of Oaxaca. Is this the wife give a mezcal to devil? Yeah. The reversible design is a bat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's two designs. The name is Venecia.
Venecia.
This is Venecia.
Gracias.
You're welcome. Gracias. Nos vemos, amigos.
We're right on that main corner cross section. It's beautiful. We got the church right behind me, and then this is that corner where like everything kind of happens. It's the crossroads. They have this incredible Dia de los Muertos. We're gonna stop and get a coffee at this place. They do a really good job. Actually, I think maybe we'll get some smoothies.
They have malts, they have smoothies. Zarza? ¿Qué es zarza mora?
Es de berry negro, blackberry.
¿De frutos rojos?
¿Con agua? Okay.
Y para mí, mango con yogurt.
Okay.
Muchas gracias. One of the other things I love about Mexico is you can get smoothies for like $2. And it's the freshest fruit. Mine's with yogurt. Heidi's is a blackberry with water. Hers is like $1.50. At home this would be like $8 for a mango smoothie, and they are so delicious.
But you have to realize the fruit grows here,
It's
so
true, the
that's
fruit
why
does
the
grow.
cost is way less. Plus,
The cost of living is less,
Yeah.
but I still like to pay $2 for my mango smoothie. Muchas gracias, Mexico.
we got a brain freeze.
She froze her little brain. I'm gonna take advantage.
You're gonna get a brain freeze.
Need a brain to freeze first. Yo estúpido. But like this neighborhood is so great. They even turn their telephones into these beautiful floral pixelated artwork. They even recycle in style. Prettiest recycling bin I have ever seen, in the shape of a heart. Because we care.
Another interesting fact, we have seen hundreds, I'm not even kidding, like hundreds and hundreds of VW Beetles, and we asked our friend like, what is going on? Why are there so many Beetles here? And he told us that VW had a factory in Mexico City, so now it makes sense.
Not only is there art on the walls and all the buildings around here, but even at the school, I don't know if you can see that, everything is just painted so beautifully. So the kids are even getting exposed to this art and color at school every day.
And it says like, no pushing, play together.
Be friends.
This is the Church of Jalatlaco. It's called San Mateas, and these trees have been here since 1660. They started building the church in 1700, and so these are over 300 years old.
And this tree has these beautiful pink flowers like nothing I've ever even seen.
So this is tahate, which is a traditional beverage here. It's made of corn, cacao, fermented fruit pits. Looks delicious.
We both think it's such an important thing to explore the places you go to, and that's one of the things we mean when we say that we are country collectors. We don't just go places, we go and we explore them and experience them, and until you go someplace that's not just the Centro or not just the old district, you haven't really experienced it.
We really love the area that we're in right now in Oaxaca Centro, but Jalatlaco just has so much charm. It's so nice to be able to check out the different neighborhoods of a place. I think it's really important to get like a whole feel of the entire city, and so I definitely, and I know we definitely recommend checking out Jalatlaco.
It's just such a special place. Like we were saying before, it's just outside of the centro, but it's like you're stepping into like a whole different world. The buildings are just so brightly colored, and there's so much art everywhere. It's
and
just
it's
different.
Smaller. There's only like 2-story building. Yeah, that's why we love it. I think you can only have 3 or 4 stories, so nothing's like looming over you. But it's just like more of a, I don't know, a homey feel here.
Absolutely. It makes you feel like you're like part of the community.
If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and ding that bell for notifications. We'll see you soon.